I had tremendous fear when I was diagnosed. I said, I don't know what I'm going to go through, and I had to go through radiation and chemo and all. But that time I got my doctor's reference. She was excellent. I went through chemotherapy and I went through radiation, but I had this tremendous fear, as he's saying, that fear kills you, that you don't know how long you're going to live and what's going to happen. There I got this doctor. Then I used to come to him. He said, just remove the fear. Just don't have, it's just like a normal thing. Don't worry at all. Because I had some previous cases, my bua and somebody else also had. So, that fear was there in me, like, I don't know what's going to happen. And I have 2 kids and, I've become a grandmother now and all. I said, no, I don't want to go so easily and all that, But I think this doctor helped me a lot. I went straight after about a month or so, I got his reference. I came to him. I took homeopathy. And he said, there's nothing, you just treat it, as he said, that you just be normal. It's absolutely normal and all. And he was the one to give me that, as he said, that radiation and chemotherapists and doctors don't give you that kind of boost. But I think his medicine and his, coming to him and talking to him. And as he said, the psycho and the neuro, all that is definitely a part of it. If that wouldn't be there, I've become a stronger personality, I think, after the medication. So it's almost now from 2014 to now, I have been taking his medicines. And I feel much more stronger and I feel, it's just normal, big deal, let it come now. I don't care about it. So it's because of the homeopathy medicine, which has helped me a lot. I went to the best of doctors for chemo and this thing. But like personally, when you want that boost and that, thing, that has helped me through this doctor only. Like, it's my personal experience since the last, I think, about 3 years. It has helped me tremendously. And I was a teacher in the American School of Bombay. Still, I go with full confidence. Nobody thinks, they're saying, what's wrong? Nothing is wrong with you. You're absolutely perfect. And I get so much boost and that confidence, it's because of homeopathy only, I think. These other doctors, they just give you medicines and all that. Fine, that cures you also. But homeopathy gives you a personal, total upbringing of yourself absolutely perfectly well. So you just don't feel there's nothing. Like now anybody sees me, they say, no, nothing is wrong with you. You're absolutely fine. Because of homeopathy only, I think. It's really helped me a lot. Thank you.
Thank you. Did I introduce you to some other cancer patient when you came first time? I don't remember. Some other patient who is doing well with my medicine and chemo. I don't remember exactly to whom, but did I? You were very nervous, I remember.
Yeah, I was very scared. Like, I had that fear in my mind. But as you said, that fear is there, which is, I think, very normal because of his medicines. I think that confidence came because of homeopathy. So it really helped me a lot. Thank you to doctor.
No. It's credit, full credit always goes to God. I'm just the medium.
Yeah, of course. Then God is great.
Someone does his work through us.
And through, as he's a media, he said, just have trust in God. Do good, do well, everything will be fine. If you're good, then automatically you get good people like him. So thanks to the doctor once again.
Thank you.
In June 2012, my wife was diagnosed with a cancer. There was no history, no indications. We went for something else, and the doctor there did that treatment, and during the course of treatment they took the biopsy, and then we came to know about the cancer. It was also at a quite advanced stage. It could not be worse actually than what it was. Then we started the allopathic treatment with Dr. Boman Dabar. Whatever Dr. Sujit sir had told is really not only 100% correct, but he is a totally fantastic doctor, man, and dedicated. But simultaneously, we wanted to go for homeotherapy also. And through my stenographer, I got contacted with one of the students of Dr. Sujit, who practices in Parla area, he recommended sir's name. I then approached Dr. Sir. In the first place, we were comforted by the doctor by saying that you can parallelly continue with the allopathic treatment, because the first doubt in our mind was whether he will ask discontinuation of the allopathic treatment. We wanted to have it parallelly, because to be frank, we were not very sure that homeopathy alone will help it. Fortunately, he allowed that. We also spoke to Dr. Bowman Dabar simultaneously. He said, I have no issues. I will have my treatment. You can continue your treatment. So that is how she took first 10 rounds of radiation. Then there were 4 cycles of chemotherapy. And subsequently, on doing certain tests, it was found that the oral chemotherapy tablets would suit her. So she was on the oral chemotherapy treatment for about 2.5 years. Those tablets then got immunity. Then the doctors changed another tablet. They also worked for 1.5 years. But for last 6 months, those tablets are also not working. Again, chemotherapy cycles have started. But simultaneously, we are continuously into the treatment of Dr. Sujit. He has not only given complete moral support, but the medicines which he has given has, in our view, definitely helped in avoiding the side effects of chemotherapy and in maintaining the quality of life of the patient. You will not believe that she actually manages the whole home, because for last 1.5 years, only myself and my wife are there in the family. Earlier, my son and daughters-in-law were there. They are now shifted to Bangalore. She does all the acts. She leads normal life. She participates in everything. So actually, that was my main concern, that we wanted her quality of life to be the best. And actually, in the beginning itself, she said, Dr. Sujit said, that I will do my best, and we will see that side effects of chemotherapy, immunity and quality of life is best maintained. And simultaneously, that will also help the treatment. And we are fully satisfied with his treatment. Thanks to him a lot.
आप कुछ बताइए, हिंदी में बताइए चलेगा.
मैंने इन्होंने से सब बता दिया है, तो मैं डॉक्टर से सेटिस्फाइड हूँ. बहुत अच्छा मुझे लगता है, और अपने को भरोसा रखना चाहिए. कुछ भी ट्रीटमेंट ले, एलोपैथी लो, होम्योपैथी लो, कुछ भी ले लो, मगर अपने ऊपर भरोसा रखना चाहिए उनका, और अपने खुद में भी ये रखना चाहिए, विश्वास रखना चाहिए खुद पे भी, कि मैं नहीं, इसमें से मैं बाहर निकलूंगी. मेरा
wait, very important. I said when she came with the lung cancer, metastasis to brain, I was shocked. Ki this is a very lung and brain fully blood supplied, anywhere it can spread. But more than 4 years, you came in 4.5 years. And how she's fighting, I would like to know.
जब पहली बार मुझे पता चला कि मुझे कैंसर है, तो मुझे बिल्कुल ये नहीं लगा. ठीक है, हो गया. अब उम्र में तो कुछ ना कुछ तो अपने जीवन में होने वाला ही है. अभी मैं
55. तो भी हर that this helps actually.
तो मैं बोली ठीक है ना, कैंसर हो गया तो मुझे दवाई वगैरह लेने का चांस तो मिल गया. जो हार्ट अटैक में जाते हैं, एक्सीडेंट में जाते हैं, उसको तो चांस भी नहीं मिलता. तो मुझे तो ये चांस तो भी है दवाई लेने का, और इसमें से मैं क्लियर हो जाऊंगी, मुझे पूरा विश्वास था. तो
she's singing the song, हम होंगे कामयाब, मन में है विश्वास.
तो मैं घर के तो सब लोग नर्वस हुए थे. मैं बोली कुछ नहीं होगा मुझे, आप ये रखो, हिम्मत रखो. मेरा ईश्वर पे बहुत भरोसा है. हमारे इसमें तो लिखा है जो होना है वो होना ही है, उससे कभी घबराना नहीं, उसको पॉजिटिव लेके साथ चलना है, ऐसा डर के ये नहीं करना। आया तो अच्छे से वो निभा लेना, रोने से कुछ नहीं होता, रोने से तो अपना सब ये हो जाता है।
क्या हो जाता है?
डिप्रेशन में जाते हैं। मुझे क्यों आया, क्या हो गया, मैंने क्या पाप किया था, ये ऐसा नहीं सोचना, इसमें से आप आगे निकलना है अपने को। और उम्र तो उम्र होती है, कभी भी आ सकती है अपनी उम्र है बाकी, तो अपन इसमें से निकल जाएंगे, नहीं है तो चले जाएंगे, एक दिन तो जाना ही है, ऐसा सोच के मैं आगे चल रही हूँ।
ग्रेट ग्रेट ग्रेट।
आज का दिन अच्छा गया, उसमें ही खुशी मानती हूँ। अगले का दिन कैसा आया क्या मालूम नहीं अपने को।
Yeah, trust in the doctors and great fighting power.
No,
confidence.
At one point, she couldn't go alone to village. She was dependent on husband. After the treatment, she started going to village alone by train, confident. Lot of changes.
घर का सब अब कर लेती है, कुछ भी ऐसा नहीं है, बस खाली केमो के वजह से थोड़ा सा ये होता था, मगर डॉक्टर के इससे मुझे बहुत अच्छा हो गया। केमो का भी ये नहीं होया, हीमोग्लोबिन भी अच्छा रह गया, ह्यूमिडिटी भी अच्छी रह गई, उसमें कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं आया, इसलिए मैं फिट थी, अभी भी फिट हूँ।
Keep it up. Touch it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Welcome. I should say thanks. कुछ सिखाया आपने की, जो विश्वास का बात है, कॉन्फिडेंस का बात है। And Mr. Paratwar is a great support and a great husband. That is very important. So next topic, we'll have a break at 11, those who are little restless. So 15 minutes more. A case of a relapsing breast cancer with rectal polyp. This is a case from USA. In USA, they are very learned and they really goes through the website and all, and they are very particular from this Google search and all, that whatever medicine after removal of the breast cancer you give, immunosuppressive, it has a lot of side effects. So they themselves prefer only surgery and no allopathic medicine, like methotrexate and all those medicine, hormone suppressive, immunosuppressive, they itself can produce uterine cancer. So they are very careful not to take allopathy, only surgery. They themselves came in that state, this particular patient. She actually in 2012 she had breast cancer, she took chemo, she removed it, again it relapsed. And when it relapsed, it was called HER2 positive, which is very dangerous type of cancer. This patient underwent mastectomy, that is removed her breast, but no chemo or no radiation after it relapsed. After treatment, follow-up video in 2014 when I went to USA. She will describe the whole thing. For me, no need to say much.
Years, I think.
This is our...
So, Fran, tell me, what are the changes in you in last 2 years, or you're under my treatment more than 2 years, I think?
This is our third visit, so it's 2 years now. The biggest thing is I feel like I know who I am better, and I'm making choices that fit who I am. On the physical level, since the breast cancer in 2012, all the MRI is clear. I had a really good MRI and ultrasound this last time. The other thing is that the same time that I got the breast cancer, I was having polyps that were precancerous, and they were the sessile serrated adenoma, the most aggressive type, and they were flat, and one was like over 1 inch long, and I had to go in every 6 months to have those out, and they kept growing. And after we made the remedy from the carcinosin from the breast cancer I had was one of the most aggressive, the HER2 new. And so we made a remedy from my own tumor cell from the 2012 cancer. And since then, I think I started taking that, I don't remember how long, I could look it up, but I took it before the last colonoscopy. And I only had one little tiny 5 millimeter, no 29 millimeters. There weren't like 5 or 6, there was only one teeny one. And so they said I don't have to come back for 3 years now instead of...
In short, she is telling she had breast cancer as well as lot of polyps in the rectum. Lot. And very frequently she had to go to allopath and she had to do surgery and all. After the treatment, only one small tiny polyp, that also will disappear with my medicine. And along with that, whatever progress.
6 months or a year. So that's a huge thing to know that my colon isn't getting the same problem.
And in 2012, you only did the surgery, not the radiation, not the chemo, I think.
No, I didn't do chemo, I didn't do radiation. In 2007 I did, but in 2012 I didn't. And so I just did mastectomy.
And how you take this medicine, or how did you prepare this own tissue, this medicine, tell me?
In her case, I prepared whatever tumor they removed, from that only I prepared homeopathic medicine called carcinosin from the same tissue. That will increase the immunity in a more better way.
I went to the hospital where I'd had the surgery and asked for a sample of the tumor, and they had preserved it in formaldehyde?
Formaldehyde.
And in, I think, some kind of paraffin. And so they were little blocks, and I got those, and I shipped them over to England to Tony Pincus at Ainsworth, and they made the remedies for me. I got a 30C, 200C, and a 1M. I think one I did later, as we needed the bigger one. And I take it, you have me on the plussing method, so every 1 month I take whatever my current remedy is here, and then the other month I take the HER2. And I take 30C, 3 doses 1 day, plussing method, and then 200C, I take 1 dose, 3 doses the second day, and then 1M the third day.
Anything else you would like to tell?
I'm just really grateful. I mean, you've seen, I think, my soul.
Sheryl also gets a lot of credit. She's also with you all the time.
Big time, big time. She's walked with me. She really sees my soul too. She used to see more often than you do. It's quite beautiful.
Not bad, na? If an American is telling you have touched my soul, so with their ego and with their snobby nose, when someone is telling that, you feel some difference you could bring to someone's life. Not bad, no? And only surgery, so what? Good part of surgery patient has taken. Remaining now we'll do it. One more follow-up again. She's doing so well. Every year whenever I go to USA, I meet her.
How are you doing?
I think I'm doing much better because I feel freer of having to have my own way to do things, and I feel
she has a young daughter who is suffering from Down syndrome and not married, and very chaotic situation. In spite of that, she is doing so well.
I think emotionally and spiritually much freer, just less compulsive. I feel a little bit more calm. I've had less chest pain, and I just feel that I'm healthier.
What way?
Being able to let go. Being able to let go and
very important. This is the role of homeopathy, being able to let go, not to hold on to the grudges, grief, repentance, whatever has happened. Just let go. That is the secret of increasing immunity.
Be more happy with what is right now instead of always having to have something else happen or the next exciting thing happen or somebody do something the way I want it. I'm just much more able to let go of my expectations.
And few minutes back when I inquired what are the things you are very sensitive about, you repeated whatever you said?
I mentioned cigarette smoke bothers me. people being very crude, being disrespectful of me or of somebody else. When something is real tender, that touches me, and for somebody who doesn't cry, that'll make me cry. And then I can't even talk because it just hits me so deep, and it's usually something I was surprised that it touched me so deep.
Mm-hmm. Repeat your cravings and aversions once again.
Oh, cravings for food?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I do love chocolate.
And
chocolate with nuts, and I would love a hot fudge sundae, and I love berry pies, and but I also like salsas, and I love grains. I love a good toast with lots of whole grain in it,
and
coconut oil on it.
Ice cream too.
I do love ice cream. I don't like ice cream just by itself, but I love it. Well, I do. On a hot day, I'd love a gelato, but pistachio. But I love the hot fudge sundae where it's got the chocolate with it and the nuts.
And tell me about the breast cancer and the polyp, whatever you want to say.
The colon polyps had been I had a 6-month recheck because they were precancerous. Then I had a 12-month because they were precancerous. And then now I have 3 years, so I have 1 more year till I have the next one because they had improved that much in 2012. 13, 14. No, it must have been 13 then. So I started doing the remedy in 2012. 13, 14.
More?
See, so in 13 must have been the last one I had.
Mm-hmm.
So they were improved enough that.
And if I remember, polyp every 3 months or 1 month you had to do some tests.
Every 6 months, and then every 12 months, and now it's every year. Mm-hmm. So we'll find out next June how well it is, or next May. And then the breast cancer that was December, no, was that the end of, can't remember when that was it 12? January of 2012, I think, I had surgery. Mm-hmm. And so it's been 3 years, and everything so far is okay. There's something they're watching, but they say it's benign. So.
And it was HER positive, no?
HER2 new positive again. Yeah. Same as, yeah.
And what is the effect of these changes on you?
I think I'm happier, and I think I'm easier to live with. At least I'm easier for me to live with. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to squeeze in every moment. I'm happier with what is.
Anything else you would like to tell?
I'm just really grateful to have. I'm delighted that when I suggested that remedy, you said that's a good idea. Mm-hmm. I don't know if anybody else would have gone for it, and it feels so right to me that it's the right thing to do. Mm-hmm. And I just love having this kind of care, and Dr. Cheryl, so I'm just very happy.
Mm-hmm. She's a very famous homeopath, wife of a very reputed homeopath in, what is his name? Stephen King, one very famous homeopath from USA, but they take so much care. All the way from Seattle, they come to Portland, 3.5 hours journey by car to accompany the patient and to brief. This personal care is also very, very important for the cancer patient. Family, surroundings, doctor, dietitian, all together helps. Now I would like to request my another patient, Rashmi, very brave. Please come. Share your experience. She had a brain tumor, relapsed, and halfway operation was done. And she is very famous personality, a very leading coaching class of India. She is the director. How bravely she fought it, she will share. Start with the diagnosis.
Very good afternoon to each one of you.
Mic chalu hai?
Yes, I think so. I think my voice itself might be so loud that each and every person, even at the back, would be able to hear me pretty hard. Okay, my first incident came with convulsions. That was on 19 July 2011. Sorry, and it was in the first right frontal lobe. The right frontal lobe is located, and what is there are the verbal words which are stored over there. So there might be a communication gap. I may not be in a position to communicate. Maybe my husband might be able to describe this better. Just a moment, I'll let him take over. But I'll share my experience.
Yeah, that is more important. Years and all is not important.
19 July 2011, actually in the evening she had a convulsion in the car itself, and the convulsion was pretty serious. All right, she has got a tumor on right side, so her left side goes in involuntary convulsion. That means hand goes like this, and she can't control it. All right. After that, after 6 months after diagnosis, we went for surgery. Surgery was recommended, although her tumor fortunately is a slow-growing tumor. All right, it's not a fast-growing tumor. It's a oligodendroglioma grade 2. Surgery was done in 2012 just to make sure that it is that kind of a tumor. All right. After that, about a year or two, she is not on chemo. She has not done radiation. Only surgery has been done. After about a year and a half after the surgery, we were recommended. Actually, my son also was a patient of Dr. Chatterjee. So was our family. Actually, most of the members of our family are Dr. Chatterjee's patients. But unfortunately, I would say that we are not aware that homeopathy can be used for cancer. All right, we are totally ignorant about it. So I think her mother went and she discussed with Dr. Sujit Chatterjee. Then he told that yes, there is a remedy for tumors. So that time onwards, we started going and visiting Dr. Chatterjee. It's almost a year and a half now. Her tumor growth after 9 months, after we started Dr. Chatterjee's treatment, after 9 months we did MRI. Her tumor growth has reduced to 50%. All right, from whatever it was, it has reduced to 50%. Hopefully, next MRI is due in another couple of months. So we hopefully again there is further reduction. All right. As far as symptoms are concerned, her symptoms are absolutely same what it was. Not only that, the intensity has been reduced drastically. I mean, she is feeling better. All right. So in my opinion, homeopathy is doing wonders with her. Only thing is she has to take care of herself, her moods actually. Her mood changes, so probably Dr. Chatterjee will help as far as that is concerned. Otherwise, she is doing absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. I mean, we are very, very grateful to Dr. Chatterjee for that, because in allopathy, there is no remedy for this one. All right. Brain tumors have no remedy. They cannot be completely removed. All right. So there is always some amount of tumor which is left inside your brain, which can always take different turn. All right. So fortunately, it is almost 5.5 years now, and we are doing pretty well. We means we both of us together, all right? So we are doing pretty well. Everybody is happy, and hopefully it continues, all right? I'll give it to her, so in case there are some things which she wants to share, she can share.
Experience with homeopathy you share.
Yes, my experience with homeopathy, first time I recall when I went to Dr. Chatterjee, he asked me about my dreams. And the dreams that I explained to him was that I'm scared of snakes, I'm scared of burning oil and the barrels which will get into a huge explosion kind of a thing. And now the dreams that I get, in the middle of the night, my husband tells me, you are laughing, and then he goes and tells Dr. Chatterjee, shayad mujh pe has rahi hogi. Actually, this has not happened once, this has been happening several times. And today morning also I told my husband, saying ki last night I had a very nice sleep and I dreamt something which I'm feeling very happy about. And this has been my actual experience, and day after day I feel the happiness within me getting better. So what more can I talk about this? And this is with Dr. Chatterjee, but let me tell you the support system that he has. Dr. Vasudha, I've been interacting with her very often. Whenever I get my jerks, I keep communicating to her. And even in the middle of the night or late evening, when I give her a call and when I drop an SMS, she replies back to me. And not only Dr. Vasudha, but I will share the same thing about his front staff also. I don't know if they are here, Mr. Uday and Tanvi, who are at the desk. They also help me. Whenever I have a problem, I ask them to make sure that my file reaches him. And within half an hour, there is a call back. They say ki doctor can speak to you, or Dr. Vasudha, who sits with him at the Dadar clinic, she talks to me, and then she communicates ki what I need to take at that point of time. So I'm really thankful not only to him, but also his support staff. Okay. Any questions if you have?
If you have any questions or whatever it is, you can ask. We can answer, or whatever you want to ask about the situation also is fine. Now, later, anytime, all right?
So you said the surgery was done.
Yeah.
And part of the tumor was removed.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So whatever was remaining in that, you're saying 50% is reduced.
The reduction, the rate of growth is reduced. The tumor doesn't go that fast. The rate of growth has reduced to 50%. All right, it was growing, let's say it was growing 1 centimeter per year. Now it is 5 mm. It is further reduced, and in all directions, I mean. All right, the brain tumor cannot be removed completely by surgery. Radiation kills even the healthy tissues, so it can create some problem in her body. It can create some deficiency. So is the case with chemo. So chemo radiation will always be associated with some risk of losing some functionality. All right, that's a problem with brain tumor, unlike other tumors. All right, it cannot be completely taken off the body. So in that sense, keeping under control, not only that, improving her convulsions. I mean, convulsions used to be pretty violent. They used to last for almost 4 to 5 minutes. Nowadays, it is just hardly 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. They are there. They are not gone because tumor is there. All right, but the intensity and the duration, both have been drastically reduced. Whatever limping you are seeing, all right, that also is improving. She has to do physiotherapy, which she is not so much regular about. All right, but otherwise, whenever she does physiotherapy, she does really well. All right. Other than that, there is no additional complication by God's grace, touch wood. All right, there is no other complication at all. She is doing really fine, really fine.
Mind-wise, what is the change, Rashmi-ji, emotionally?
Yes, emotionally, as I said, first, the dreams that used to come to me, they were snakes and horrible dreams. So I sleep well now, like just now as I mentioned. I get up in a happier mood, maybe because of the medication that I've been taking. I feel good about myself. I am no more dejected about myself. Okay? I don't find myself helpless. Initially, I used to find myself helpless. Kidhar bhi jaungi, so I needed a person to accompany me. But that used to be because of my convulsions. Okay? How will people handle you? But slowly, I think I'm being able to manage much better. In between, he took a tour for 7-8 days where I was alone at home. And I managed myself. I did not have anybody at home. Initially, he said, ki, how can I leave you and go? But I said, no, you go. So that will give me confidence that I am capable of handling myself. And there were 8 days when I stayed at home alone. Like he said, do you want a maid at night to be with you? And I said, no, I can handle myself. He just put down certain things. No, when you get up, the first thing you need to do is turn on the light. Then take a stick and walk. Wear a shoe and walk. I mean, these were the mandates that he had told me time and again. He kept telling me 3 or 4 times a day so that they get ingrained in my brain. And once those are ingrained, they still are a part of me even till date. So that is the way I'm handling myself. And I don't go towards the gas because I don't know how to deal with the gas, because the doctors have said your reflexes may not be as fast to run away because of my limping leg. But otherwise, I think I'm perfectly well. And I'm sure I'm going to get out of it.
And unfortunately, she lost her mother recently, so
Yes.
that had some effect. Otherwise,
Yes.
she was more and more better.
Yes.
Little nervousness
September
came
4th,
back.
I lost my mother, unfortunately. And because of that, probably again that took a toll on me. And again, the convulsions started. Initially, I recall when I was hospitalized and when the convulsions came, I used to feel so drained off. I used to tell my husband, I need some 5-star chocolate or some energy booster kind of a thing. Sugar, basically, to get back my energy. But these days now, my convulsions, as he said, the intensity is also very low and the duration is also very low. So I don't need sugar or anything to eat. So these are the better effects ever since I've started coming to him. And my next MRI is due
In March or so. Basically, just to give background, I'll not get into her personal life or anything, but she has a traumatic childhood, so to speak. All right. And even later on also, she had personal traumas. So that has affected, and probably that is the reason this condition is there. All right. With Dr. Chatterjee's help, and of course Vasudha is sending some good things to her actually, she is doing much better emotionally also, and which I think is really, really positive thing as far as her recovery is concerned. All right, but she had a pretty traumatic...
Very strong. Alone,
Yeah.
single-handedly, she fought in USA, single-handedly, and son is a genius engineer, and Avinashji's support. Fighter, she's a fighter. Salute to her.
and salute to the entire team. I recall Dr. Urvi was also there first time when I met Dr. Chatterjee, and she also heard my history.
Shahrukh was there.
Dr. Shahrukh was also there at that time. Any other questions?
Anytime if you...
Again, moment we hear brain cancer, we are very nervous. But she's a several years survival of that and doing it very nicely.
Without any further decay. so to speak. All right.
No chemo, nothing. Only some anticonvulsive there for prevention she is taking.
Yeah.
No allopathy at all. No oral chemo, nothing.
Anticonvulsions, I'm after him. Decrease my anticonvulsions. Please decrease my anticonvulsions so that I don't have to depend on my anticonvulsions drugs.
Actually, basically, the anticonvulsants are the ones which suppress the brain activity entirely. That's why she is probably incoordinated in her thoughts or talk. Also, few words are missing here and there because of the anticonvulsant medicine.
Which I'm tapering it down slowly. I cannot suddenly stop it because she
Yeah.
still goes for teaching and she's the director of a very famous institute. So suddenly on the road something should not happen. So you have to taper down slowly that one.
Doctor, not going for chemo and radiation is by choice or was it?
Luckily that was their decision.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to interfere. I had to just say good decision. And if they would have asked me, I would have said no. Here in brain tumor, radiation and chemo has no role to play. This is meaning simply homeopathy is the best thing. As he said, it kills the other cells also. Healthy cells also. And in brain, killing healthy cells meaning some function will be disturbed.
So here I would also like to tell you when I underwent the brain surgery, the doctor opted for brain surgery just to make sure that the right cells are removed. So he used to constantly ask me questions while I was...
It was an awake surgery.
It was an awake
It was awake surgery. So he,
shake your left foot, bring it back, get it into the front portion, make sure that your toes are taken care of, get them to and fro.
basically, there is communication while surgery is going on, just to make sure that healthy cells are not removed. All right. However, nevertheless, entire tumor cannot be removed. That is the problem with brain tumors. All right?
And
So
if,
some,
sorry.
Bataiye.
If she would not have taken homeopathy, if we see other cases where only halfway brain surgery is done, so much side effects, so much convulsion, so many problems you cannot imagine. We see other cases where patient halfway tumor is removed and then the complication. Compared to that, touch wood, she is doing very, very well. She just get few jerks, not even convulsion, at the leg, and she calls Vasudha. Vasudha manages some SMS, WhatsApp communication, and she says, I'm fine. I took her suggestion. Some SOS medicine we give, if required, take it. She also found a very good homeopathic medicine on her own. I said, okay, go ahead. She's simply managing it, a brain tumor case. She's a very young, just finished her master's course. But such a difficult case also, she handles it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Our pleasure.
Entire team.